Hi there, XPLAP campers, and this is day 6 and activity 6 of Doodlers Take Over the art tent at XPLAP camp. Let's get started. I can hardly believe that today is our last day together in the art tent, and as sad as I am for this to be the end, I really know for those of you who have been on this journey these last 5 days with me that this is really just the beginning for you. And for those of you guys who have just joined in, I hope that this is the beginning for you as well, and that you'll go back and do some of the activities that we had during this week in the art tent, and that you will be joining us as a future sketchnoter like others are today. So in case you didn't know it, you have actually been sketchnoting. Each activity that you've done has built up into today, and you've been sketchnoting the whole week. Every doodle that you've drawn has been intentional because it's a powerful part, each skill is a powerful part of becoming a better visual thinker and then ultimately becoming a sketchnoter. Each element that you've drawn every day, each activity that you've done, is my way of showing you that these tools can be used in a wide range of ways so that we can enhance your teaching and we can also enhance all learners' learning experience. I also wanted to show you that each of these elements can be used on their own, but that also by experiencing each part on its own, it's going to make you a stronger visual thinker, and then it's also going to make you a more powerful sketchnoter. But ultimately, I really want sketchnotes to be seen as not this beautiful piece of work that's art, but that there are these elements that are incredibly powerful that we can choose to use on their own to enhance learning and enhance our teaching, or we can decide to bring them together as a whole and do the same thing. So let's get started. For those of you guys who have been with us for 5 days, you need to gather all your doodles that you've been doing for activities 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's time for us to use those. And I told you we would, and I wasn't lying. So whether they're on your phone or on your computer or on a piece of paper or on a bunch of those different parts, bring them all together and get them in one place in front of you. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create our title. So think of the doodles that you did during the week as the information you have stored or the information that you're going to learn. Think of it as text that students are going to read, information that students might hear, or information that we might see. So it's kind of just off on the side. And the first thing we want to do as a sketchnoter is create a title, because the title is our topic. It's the main thing that the whole sketchnote is going to be about. So go ahead and take a piece of paper, take a Post-it note, take a phone, take an iPad, and draw out the title. And the topic for this sketchnote is the XPLAP Camp Chat Doodlers Take Over. That's the topic of this entire sketchnote. That's everything that information, all those doodles that you have gathered, is going to be about. The next thing we want to do is we want to add the elements. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those doodles that you have, the elements that students are going to learn, the information they're going to take in, and we're going to organize it in different ways on our sketchnote. But we always want to make sure that the information that we add on our sketchnote is about the main topic. Now, how you add the elements to your sketchnote is up to you. Some people like to do a radial, like a circle around their title. Some people do a little bit of a spider web. Some people do a block. Some people might scatter it all over. Some people just might be one big hot mess and information everywhere. The important thing is however you want to organize it with how it works for your brain and your learning style. Once you've decided how you want to organize it, or maybe you just want to start to move pieces around, that's okay. Now it's time to add the elements. Once you've decided where you want to put your elements, or maybe you haven't decided and you just want to move them all around and see how things work, that's okay too. You'll come into your own style once you get more experience with it. But I like to set up my parts, my pieces of my sketchnote in containers. So I have my fonts, and then I have examples of the fonts from our chat throughout the week. Next, you want to just keep adding different parts to your sketchnote. So I've used containers like a cloud to hold the words that are going to talk about what each element of my sketchnote's about, and then within that, each section, those containers or those clouds are holding the information about that topic. So I have fonts, I have containers. On day 3, we did icons. So we took in information, a word, we formulated a picture in our head, in our imaginations, and then we doodled that picture from our head onto paper. And this part, the icons part, I feel like is really the most powerful part of sketchnoting and really one of the most versatile parts. And it was really super fun to see everybody's interpretation of the different words that were put out on day 3. On day 4, everybody tapped into their learning mascot. So we tapped into our inner us, our inner cheerleader, our ultimate learner, and we brought it to life in a visual doodle, along with some positive affirmations and some sayings that this internal part of us really reminds us of what we're capable of. So once I have my title, and then I have the different elements of my sketchnote organized in different parts of the area that I have. So if you're at home and you have paper and you have an iPad, you have a phone, or you have a computer, lay it all out on the floor, move it around, get a feel for it. And now it's time where we can throw in some extra icons or we can throw in arrows to organize it. Our extra arrows and our extra icons will take up space, fill in areas, add flow, add dimension to our sketchnote. So if you're at home now and you're moving things around, have fun with it. Make sure you snap a picture of it. Share it with hashtag XPLAP camp. I can't wait to see what you do with it. And then don't forget us later on in the year or as you go along in this journey, no matter when you come to it or where you are in it. Please continue to come back and share your doodles with us. Share your sketchnoting experiences. Share your ideas and takeaways and your creations and your inspirations. I would always love to hear from you.